Hello, everybody. In this English lesson, we are going to dive into the confusing world of English grammar. We're going to look at the top grammatical mistakes made by ESL learners and how to fix them. So, let's get at it. Incorrect word order of questions. Instead of saying, "What are you doing?" some people may say, "What you are doing." Now, the fix or solution is to follow the correct word order, which is you begin with a question word. Who, what, where, when, why, followed by the auxiliary verb, which in this case is are. What are? Then the subject, you in this case. What are you? And then followed by the main verb, the action verb, which in this case is doing. What are you doing? So, in simple terms, when you ask a question, just make sure that the order of the words follows question word, auxiliary, subject, and then the main verb. You can add an object at the end as well. What are you doing in the library? What are you doing on the street? Etc., etc. Using in instead of on or at for time expressions. Example, instead of saying, "I'll meet you at 2 p.m., some people might say, "I'll meet you in 2 p.m. The fix is to use at for specific time periods like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. and use on for days or dates. On Friday, on the 23rd, and in for specific time periods. I'll meet you in the morning, in the afternoon. So, I'll meet you at 2 p.m. I'll meet you on Friday. I'll meet you in the morning on the 23rd. Confusing during and while. So instead of saying, "I read a book during my lunch break," some people might say, "I read a book while my lunch break." Now, the fix is to use during when something happens in a specific time frame, like a lunch break, and use while when two things happen at the same time. So you could say, "I read a book during my lunch break," or "I read a book during the afternoon." Afternoon, right? That's a block of time. Or, "I read a book while eating lunch." Or, "I read a book while talking to a friend." That's difficult, but possible. So, in simple terms, use during when you want to talk about a specific time period, like a lunch break. And use while when you want to talk about two things happening together, like reading and eating, or walking and talking. Forgetting articles with countable nouns. Now, a countable noun requires an article in front of it. An article, a, and, the. So, instead of saying, "I saw a dog in the park," some people might say, "I saw dog in the park." That's incorrect. You can say, "I saw grass in the park," because grass is not a countable noun. A dog is. I saw a dog in the park. I saw a person in the park. I saw people in the park. People Although it sounds like it's countable, it is not. A person is countable. People, that is a non-countable noun. So you do not require an article in front of people. Strange, I know, but hey, that's English. Misusing do and make. So instead of saying, I need to do my homework, some people might say, I need to make my homework. Now, the solution, the fix, is to understand the difference. You use do when you're talking about general tasks or actions. I need to do my homework. I need to do some shopping. I need to do some work. But you use make when you're talking about creating something, right? With your hands or your mind. I need to make dinner, right? You're putting that together. You're making something. I need to make my bed. Well, that's not all that creative, but you've got to pull the sheets on, right? Fluff up the pillows, make your bed. So, in simple terms, use do for general tasks and make when creating something. Overusing it. Now, this happens when it is used too often, making sentences unclear. So instead of saying, it is important to study for exams, it helps you succeed, you could simply say, studying for exams helps you succeed. See, much clearer, much crisper. So the easiest way to do this, to combine two it sentences, is to identify the main subject or action in each of the two sentences and merge them, put them together. For example, let's look at these two sentences again. It is important to study for exams. It helps you succeed. Well, in the first sentence, what's the main point we're getting here? Well, studying for exams. It's important. How about the second sentence? Helps you succeed. So, studying for exams helps you succeed. There we go. Much cleaner, much crisper. All right, that is it. That wraps it up. I hope this lesson helps you solve a couple of these common grammatical mistakes. I know there's many, many more, but hopefully this will help you slash a few off your list of confusion. So, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care.